Hey everybody, my name is Kendall Jackson, and I did my semester-long project on plants and animals. So I am from Noonan, Georgia, and I just finished my first year of teaching, and I love getting to form relationships with my students and their families. And I hope that this SLP will help you learn more about plants and animals and will spark your interest. So I did teach first grade last year, but this year I'm moving down to kindergarten, so I did my project on kindergarten standards. So here will be the overview of the narrative video. This is this video, and it'll be attached here. And then, so just an intro to my narrative. So my project is about similarities and differences you can find in a group of organisms, specifically plants and animals. And I chose this topic because I have always found nature to be neat, and I think it's important for young learners to start learning about plants and animals at a young age to help them understand the world around them better. Children are naturally observant, and with this SLP, I can help deepen their knowledge based on the observations they have on plants and animals. So the standards addressed. So the main standard that's addressed is a science standard, SKL2, obtain, evaluate, and communicate information to compare the similarities and differences in groups of organisms. The two substandards that go along with this for our project purposes are construct an argument supported by evidence for how animals can be grouped according to their features, and construct an argument supported by evidence for how plants can be grouped according to their features. So this project also touches some math and ELA reading standards. It touches two math standards, and I won't read these, but you can look at them, and it's just basically comparing objects when it's greater than, less than, or the same as, and then adding and subtracting. And then for the reading, they're using drawing and writing to compose the text that they're working on, and they can tell you about the topic that they're learning about. And they can compare and contrast adventures or stories that they've read and ask and answer questions about it. So that will be covered in the activities in this project. Up here is the tab bar, and so we're on the home page, so the next page we'll go to is the theory page. There are many different theories available to us in the realm of science. Each theory serves its own purpose to everyone. The theory that I most relate to and use the most in my classroom is differentiated learning. This theory is prevalent in my classroom because it helps my students be more successful. I have attached my explanation below of why I chose differentiated learning theory to be the most closely aligned with my instruction. I have also attached some other theories that I found interesting and helpful. So here is my explanation of why I chose the differentiated learning theory. And then here are some more learning theories for you to explore. Now the Classroom Applications tab. So these learning activities here that are below were made to help engage students in their learning and in return make students excited to learn. So here the 5E lesson plan will be discussed using an article from NSTA, and digital resources will be explored to help further the students' learning. So here's the NSTA article review. And then the next one below is the content resource review, and this one's about Science Trek. And then here you have the 5E lesson plan, and it's an example, and it uses math, science, and ELA standards. And then to the right is the teaching activities, and these are teaching activities that can help teach about plants and animals if you would like to check those out. So then you go back here to the cultural component tab. So meeting the needs of diverse learners is an important concept in education. As teachers, our job is to meet our students where they are at to help them learn the best. We differentiate our lessons in small groups to help our diverse learners. Small groups is one of the main ways that I differentiate instruction to my students. It is also important to portray all the students' different backgrounds in the classroom to show that they are all important. This is probably my favorite part of the project. So the book, The Three Little Pigs, can be used to teach many different concepts in science, math, and reading and ELA. So that's my trade book that I chose to do a critical analysis over. So to the right, you can check out the critical analysis of the Three Little Pigs book. Down below, I have some STEM careers that can relate to plants and animals that you can share with your students, and there's actually some really cool ones in there, so take a look at that. And then our last tab is the additional resources tab. So below are some additional resources available to you to help further your students' learning. So to the left, we have PBS Kids Plum Landing, and it gives you instructions on how to access it and how you can use it in the classroom, and it's free to use. It is a great tool. To the right, we have exploring websites. So these are a few websites that I studied and reviewed that would be helpful in teaching many subject areas to students. So take a look at those. Those have some really good information on them. Another additional resource that I found was Miss B's Beehive, and this is learning about animal adaptations in kindergarten. This was a neat resource that you could use. And then I found some resources about technology. So this is basically just saying how you can use technology in the classroom. It was a really cool article. But that is all I have for you today on my project. I hope it helps you and sparks some learning inside of you. And thank you for listening.